Are we on? Good morning, Fagarinos. It's the Gavin McInnes Show. My name is Mike. I'm from the REDBAR Show. I'm one of the censored guys that's filling in for Gavin today. And boy, do we have a wonderful program. How do I look? I just got back from John Sahag. And turns out he's deceased. He doesn't even exist anymore. I look perfect. I feel perfect. I got a good night's sleep. We're at Cumia Castle here in New York, which is great. There's no studio audience today. I want to bring in my first guest who's going to co-host with me because this is going to be wild. He is a comedian here in New York City. His name is Luis Gonzalez, everybody. A round of applause for Luis Gonzalez. Hi.
What's going on, Mr. Mike?
Nice to meet you.
You racist.
Wait. You like that?
I loved it. Now I get what was going on.
How are you?
Can I pull the curtain aside already? Because that's what we do here.
Yeah.
I walk up and I see Mike's notes, and I was like, Mike, it's Luis J. Gomez. I see that he writes Luis Gonzalez.
I fucking blew it already by writing this, and he came up and he saw my big bit.
Yeah, I corrected.
My big opener here.
Yeah. And then
you didn't see. I've got more bits planned, more gags.
No, it's fine.
So the last two episodes of Gavin's show, I'm kind of worried because he had on guys, and they were all business. They were very serious.
Who was guesting the show?
Some guy, and then the bald guy from yesterday. I don't know. I don't follow those types of people. I'm more into fun and comedy and gags and trouble. So you know a little bit about me.
Yeah.
I'm a sociopath.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, so that means, you know what that means? Should mean to people, don't cross me. Yeah. Don't mess around with me.
I will say you are more intimidating on the internet. I will say. In person, I'm not really as afraid of you.
Why? Because I'm not as big as you?
You're not as big as I thought you were going to be.
I'm glad you brought that up. And is a pink suit not intimidating?
No, it's fine. You look very good.
I don't normally wear suits. I'm actually against them, and I wore this to show some respect to Gavin and his show.
Yeah, you look great. You look.
When I come on Legion of Skanks, I'll dress like I'll wear the old washed Metallica T-shirts.
Yeah, you got a little more thuggy, a little bit more like your street.
For Gavin's show, I figured, and I am very against suits. I find them to be kind of psychotic, but this kind of looks.
Oh, you look great. You're a handsome guy.
Like Fagoot.
But here's the thing: you have the beard. You have you're definitely a fucking alpha, and you have this presence to you on your show. And then I meet you and I shake your hand, and I realize that you're like half my size. So
not half.
Not
fucking half. I'm like this much smaller, maybe this. And I am lifting. I'm going to be a lot bigger. I understand that that's a big problem. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fucking dedicate, and I already do. I work out quite a bit.
Yeah.
I know you can't see it right now, but I do. I do. I am in good shape. But I'm going to start using steroids.
Yeah.
Illegal ones, because people don't take me as seriously as they should. You know, God stopped me at a certain size. If he got me to be big, I'd be in jail right now.
Yeah.
It would be too much.
Well, that's the thing. If you were a lot bigger, I think you'd be unstoppable.
Okay. Well, I got you some gifts. Can we do gifts? Because we have a big show today. We have a lot of guests.
I love gifts.
We have a lot of gags and a lot of great surprises and a lot of trouble to make. We're going to be bringing up Mark Maron today.
Oh, shit.
Watch out, Mark. Opie.
Opie.
Oh, shit.
He's my friend.
We're going to be bringing up Kurt Metzger and, of course, his butler, Sherrod Small, today as well. Those are my enemies, and I know they're yours, too, and we're going to be talking a lot of shit about them.
They're not my enemies.
If talking shit and being an asshole isn't your type of thing, if it's not your cup of tea, this might not be the show for you today.
Yeah, no.
You might want to go subscribe to the Nerdist Network and listen to maybe some of Chris Hardwick's little giggles.
Well, you know, I've been talking about this pretty publicly recently. Look, I don't have a problem beefing. You know, we started the whole podcast war in the past. Yeah. It's just there's something about covering other dudes' lives that bugs me.
Really?
You know what I'm saying?
But you guys cover other dudes' lives. Maybe other dudes you don't know.
It bothers me.
You cover Charlie Sheen. You talked about his.
Because there's something there. There's something there that, here's the thing, if it was just, what did Charlie Sheen have for breakfast, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Okay, so you don't like talking about other guys, and, well, I love that kind of stuff.
Well, here's the thing, right? Me personally, like if I go to a concert, right, and I'm watching some dude on stage play music, I start to get bummed out. Because I'm going like, what the fuck am I doing watching some other dude?
Why would you want to watch a guy play music? It's fucking gay.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. You hear what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just have like a weird thing. This is your show, though. Whatever you want to do today, I'm just saying that me personally, I had a lot of people last night because Jim Norton was on Legion of Skanks.
Oh, Jim Norton.
Yeah, the Jim Norton.
Sure.
And they were like, dude, you got to bring up Anthony. You got to bring up his situation.
Yeah, of course. Well, fuck
the
them.
trannies.
Fuck them. You don't have to do shit.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's the point that bugs me. I'm like, dude, no, I'm not going to just fucking do what you tell me to do.
Yeah, of course.
I'll do what we want to do. So that for me, I just don't fucking get into that shit. But yeah, I want to see what we have to
Get into
say.
it. You're gonna love the stuff that I have today. Let's get on with it. I've got some gifts for you because I always think it's a nice thing to do.
Yeah.
When you come to somebody's city, you bring them gifts.
I love gifts.
It changes everything. So let's start. I got you something here, buddy. I know you got a family at home, so check this out. If we could cut to him, he's opening a gift here.
It's a bit drill for my kid. Psst.
Open that. No, it's not a drill.
Let's see, what is it?
Just open that. If you could make sure everybody sees.
What do we got here? Guys.
A lot of money there.
Okay, some fresh pork.
Show the camera there. Some that's some low quality meat.
Low quality meat.
Because you're Mexican, so I figured Mexicans cook with a lot of low quality meats at home.
Is this low quality?
It's yeah, it's very low quality.
What's chicharron?
I don't know. I asked them, I said, what is the cheapest shit, some of the oldest stuff that you got to throw away?
Because this is fucking heavy.
Show the camera. That is low quality meat for his family because Mexicans eat that stuff.
Yeah, we do.
Got you more stuff, of course.
I love it. Please, I want more.
Here's your second gift. Here you go, buddy. Enjoy.
It's not meat, this one.
Make sure you show. Well,
we'll see.
Make sure you show that. Quickly, too, because we have a lot of shows.
Got it.
So.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. Wait, that's actually for Anthony. Yikes.
Okay.
Shit. Sorry. Put that away, because that's for Anthony.
Sorry. Wrong guy.
Later.
Wrong guy. It's gloves and a wire.
Yeah, that's...
Wire. Okay. All right. Cool.
Anthony. So here is another one for you.
Is this one for me this time? It's heavy. It's cold.
Are people dying laughing at home yet? Is the chat going wild? So that's, of course, just tortillas. More
tortillas that
for your family.
With the pork.
Yeah.
I can make pork tacos.
Of course, I'm just fucking with him. He's not Mexican. His name is Luis J. Gomez. He's Puerto Rican. He's known as the rattlesnake. Here's your real gift, Luis.
Ah, flowers.
There you go. Of course.
Thank you. Oh, my God. Mike,
so there you go.
I will say, you are truly a
There you go.
I love you.
We got to rewrap that for Anthony because he has some plans for tonight. So I also got you this. Eighth of weed, buddy.
An eighth of weed.
Eighth of weed. For coming and doing it with me.
I am completely sober right now.
You were actually saying that before the show. You said you stopped with weed. So why did you stop with weed? Why
I stopped
can't
with
you
everything.
do weed?
I stopped drinking 2 months ago, and the weed, because I smoke weed all day. I'm in a haze.
Why can't you do what I do, which is just smoke weed at night before you go to bed? Like when everything's over, this is what I do. When my day's done, when I'm done with the work part of my day, I get into bed, I get completely nude, and I smoke weed with my wife on Skype. And it's perfect. And then you fall asleep with the weed, and that's it. You put it away.
Does your wife not live near you?
My wife lives in Canada right now. We're getting her over here. We're engaged. I call her my wife, but we're engaged. I don't do fiance. I don't want to say that.
Yeah.
So I say my wife. And she's moving here, but right now she lives in Canada, so we Skype, and we smoke a ton of weed at night. But we don't do it. You can't go throughout the day without smoking weed?
No, that's the problem. If I could just smoke a little joint at the end of the night or a bowl, I would do it. But I'm an addict, and I wake up in the morning, first thing, I want to smoke, and then I'm just in a haze all day long. So
so why don't we, so you're not going to use the weed?
No, why don't we give away
that
to a
was
fan?
$60. Why don't we, yeah, that's a great idea. Why don't we give it away to somebody?
John, you fucking Jew-face.
No, you're not giving it to somebody we know. How about we do this? We do a contest. Whoever could bug Mark Maron the most today on Twitter gets an eighth of fucking weed. How about that? At Mark Maron on Twitter. Let's start this off right now. Mark Maron is a fucking faggot. We're going after him. No. I'm just joking around. But I really want to do that. How about whoever...
Why don't we...
okay, we gotta make rules because I have been kicked off YouTube and Facebook for this type of
Are you not back?
I have an alt account on Facebook. I'm going to be back on Facebook in 10 days. YouTube is gone. So let's talk about this. This is why Gavin booked me. This is why. So this is great. This girl named Amy Miller reported me on Facebook. Okay, this is how it all started. I'm on Facebook, and this woman named Phoebe Robinson. Do you know Phoebe Robinson?
Phoebe, yes, I do. She's a New York comic.
I thought you were going to say a Negro comic.
No. I mean, that's also true.
She is a militant negress. And is that okay to call a female black person a negress?
Is negress a negative word?
Not to me.
Is Negro a negative word?
Yes.
Is Negro bad?
Yeah.
John?
In age?
You there?
In this day and age, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Okay, you can't say Negro. I see, here's the funny part. I don't give a fuck about, like, racism, really.
Sure.
Like, I mean, I was called a spick and a nigger by my grandmother growing up my whole life.
I had sex
life.
with a black chick who was on this season of The Bachelor.
Nice.
One of the black chicks.
Very nice.
Half black.
So I don't really give a shit about words. Like, they don't really bug me. If you want to call me a spick, I don't really give a shit.
You're a normal person.
So Negro doesn't even sound bad to me.
Doesn't sound bad. It sounds bad to me. Negress, however, is funny, and it sounds good. And I call her that because this girl, Phoebe Robinson, she's angry. And I don't care what anyone says. She's a fucking angry black woman, and that shouldn't be like a racist thing to say. I love black people. I don't need to say how much I love black people, okay? I employ many of them, and they work at every door in New York City, by the way. Black man in a suit.
Yeah.
Even at Trump Tower, black men everywhere.
Yeah.
Hell of a building, by the way. And so Phoebe Robinson writes this post where it's a picture of the white audience at the Grammys.
Yeah.
She goes, "Look at all them white people scared as fuck while Kendrick Lamar performs."
Is that how she said it?
Yes.
It sounded like Aunt Jemima.
If Aunt Jemima is that cool now, sign me up for a case of her syrup. So I saw this, and I'm really getting annoyed with all of the black people. The new thing to do is white people are stupid, white people are idiots, look how scared white people are, we're oppressed. So this is kind of like the new message that they're sending to everybody. Yeah. So I replied with, jokingly, I'm not that mad, but I replied with, "Fuck you," on her post. Now I didn't know she was one of the writers for Broad City.
Neither did I.
You didn't know that?
Nope.
I don't know if she is then. Is she a writer? Can you look that up at Phoebe Robinson? I know she works for Broad City.
Look, Phoebe's funny. I've known Phoebe a long time.
Sure.
I have no problem with Phoebe.
I have no problem with her, but she made that comment, and she's not joking around necessarily. I believe if you asked Phoebe one-on-one, do you think black people are oppressed right now? She would say yes.
Oh, yeah. I think most young people would just say yes.
Why not?
Yeah,
it gets you out of so much.
Well, it's such an easy position to take to go, and it's also a very intoxicating feeling to feel like a victim. Look, I'm a fucking Puerto Rican kid who was raised by an abusive heroin addict mother. My dad was stabbed to death when I was 4 years old.
Wow.
I'm not talking about all of the things that I don't have.
Let's get back to your dad's stabbing.
Yeah. What about it?
How did that happen?
I think he was a drug dealer or something.
Okay, never mind.
He deserved it.
So, but yeah, it's wait, what were we saying right?
Yeah, but there's like an intoxicating thing. So I understand why people want to feel like they're young.
Here's what I think it is.
Women, minorities in general. I have a personal belief that you just play your cards. You're dealt a certain hand in life, and you could win the game no matter what your cards are.
But the leadership, this Obama and all his friends and everybody who's an adult should be saying, listen, no. When you're depressed, when you're feeling like you didn't get the gig, when you're feeling left out, it's probably not racism. It's probably you feel like shit.
Not good enough.
So what they're doing is they're encouraging this idea that, yes, you are oppressed. So when I have a bad day, when I have a shitty day and I'm depressed, or when I haven't gotten some gig that I want, not that I'm looking for gigs, but for an example, I have nobody to blame it on. There's no oppressor. It's not because I'm a woman. It's not because I'm gay. It's not because, it's not because I'm black. So I don't have anybody to blame. But if you are a black woman, you betcha you're going to say, oh, it's because I'm black.
Yeah.
So, and that's encouraged by the whites now. The whites now are saying, "Oh yeah, white people are stupid." So
those are the worst. And I got into a thing yesterday with a guy on, and it was actually a black guy, but I posted something on Facebook just talking about it's an International Women's Day, so it was an homage.
Yeah.
I went on a little rant, and I was like, I've been punched in the face.
We pull up Selena Gomez did an Instagram for International Women's Day where she's challenging Amy Schumer to come and take a stand with her. It's for Pantene Pro V. So I want to pull that up, too, if you could find it. Selena Gomez, Amy Schumer, Pantene Pro V.
So I went off on a thing where I was like, look, I've been punched in the face, I've been kicked, I've been spit on, I've been called a spick, a nigger, a faggot, I've been sexually assaulted, and all of them have been by women in my life.
You've been sexually assaulted.
Yeah, I mean, when I say that, hold on, I wasn't raped. A friend of mine's mom got into bed with me when I was like in the 4th or 5th grade, wrapped her legs around me when she was naked, and she fucking kind of like pressed her body into me, which, look, if it wasn't damaging to me. I don't think it fucked me up. If I was a young woman, it probably would have been a much more traumatic experience if somebody's dad got into bed and did the same thing.
That would be...
But this is a fact, okay? These are all women that have done these things to me. So why is it that men are inherently evil and women are just always the victim and always,
I think it's just easier, and nobody's saying they're not. So this is what I mean about the people in charge need to be more responsible.
I got into a thing with a guy this fucking dude feminists, which are just the absolute worst. This black guy from Austin, Texas. You know, he was like, oh yeah, you'll never know what it's like to be a woman, to be, you know, to actually be oppressed. There's no such thing as female privilege. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, where are your balls, dude? Turn in your testicles.
Here's what I want to know too. Is this message coming from places like New York City? Is this where it's starting? Is it originating? I'm not from New York. I'm from Chicago, which is a big city, but it compares nothing to New York City. New York City is like a different country.
Yeah.
In terms of, I don't want to be too hacked, but the energy is a real thing here. People are on a mission. They're completely different types of people. So I was thinking yesterday, I wonder, are more of these feminist bloggers and the people starting these movements from New York? Because it is a different place. So, for instance, the catcalling thing is a perfect example.
Yeah.
Maybe catcalling here is a problem, but it's not a problem in the rest of the country. Even in Chicago, completely different way of living on the street. Here, people are so confident. They're fucking talking. It's like, here, I'll put it like this. When you're at a festival or a concert, you're not shy and quiet. You're fucking talkative. You're loud. You're saying things. You're not afraid to move around. And that's what the streets of New York City are like.
Right.
They're like a fucking concert or a festival. Everywhere else, like when I'm at the grocery store at home, it's silence. Everyone's fucking quiet. And if you bump carts, you barely talk. You go, excuse me. The words barely come out of your mouth. So I wonder if here, maybe the catcalling is a problem. Maybe it's everybody's confident and they're actually.
I just think that, you know, we just make a lot of noise just in terms of.
We make a lot of, exactly.
The world, like, you know, if you, LA and New York, I mean, the entertainment industry, you know, business, there's just so much going on in these two cities that we're just more relevant.
That's what I mean. Are the New Yorkers and the people from LA speaking for the rest of the world when maybe they shouldn't be?
I think to a certain degree, yeah. I mean, I don't think that middle America feels as strongly that women and minorities are being oppressed. I think that, you know, you have a blue-collar attitude in the rest of the world, and blue-collar people like to fucking pull up their bootstraps, bite down, and
I don't even know if it's
forward.
blue-collar. I mean, I don't live in a blue-collar place, and it's so not New York. I mean, it makes it seem
Chicago's more of a blue-collar city than New York. When you talk to the people and the type of people that come out of Chicago, they definitely aren't. There's not the same type of pretentiousness out of Chicago that you get out of New York or LA.
Okay, so back to Phoebe Robinson. I get into this Facebook thing with her, and I didn't know she was, I didn't even know who she was. I thought she was just some shabby comedian from Chicago, to be honest with you.
Look, here's the thing. In New York, it's not like Phoebe's like one of these people who are fucking killing it. She's doing well. She's a peer of mine. She's doing well enough.
Regardless, I was just fucking with it. I was fucking with the message. Okay, so the message was, look at white people scared of Kendrick Lamar. White people are not scared of fucking Kendrick Lamar. In fact, we're sick of him. Everybody thinks they love Kendrick Lamar. Let me tell you something. You don't love him. You don't love jazz. You don't love beat poetry. So stop pretending you love Kendrick Lamar. He's a very good rapper.
Yeah.
Technically, he's very good, and he has done some stuff that you probably like. But you're looking at him as if it's like basketball, and there are stats, and he's one of the best. So you keep treating him as if he's kind of more amazing.
Yeah, there's no way to quantify your opinion on a musician, you know. And I think people try to do that. It's like, oh, dude, he's the Michael Jordan of rap. You're like, okay, how can you quantify him being that good? Comedians do the same thing.
Comedians have stats.
He was like, dude, I'm the best comic in the world. It's like,
who said this?
TK Kirkland. He's a black comic, like an old school guy.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, I'm the best in the world, hands down. You ask anybody. He's like, dude, it's just an opinion. I guarantee you that, you know, there's people who think Louis C.K. are the best or think Kevin Hart's the best. There's no way to quantify your...
I'm done with Louis C.K., by the way. So, okay, let's get to the point here. So I get in a Facebook thing, and my listeners come in, and they start doing it with me, and we're fucking now with everybody. We don't like to... I don't Facebook argue for real. Like, if somebody starts Facebook arguing, I start going, how can we have fun with this? And then I start doing like the trolling thing and my own way of doing it. So that's what I did. And this comedian named Amy Miller jumped in, and she starts going, ooh, come on, guys, let's see what you got. I can't wait till you talk some shit so I could tell your bosses and report it to your employers. And so I called her a mongoloid. I mean, she looks like one. I said, you look like a mongoloid. She's got the fucking straight bangs that are up to here. How does that not? And she's severely overweight and pale, like fucking gray like an elephant. So how do you not say you look like a mongoloid? So she reports that on Facebook. Facebook gives me a 30-day ban.
That's crazy that
no
Facebook
posting.
Ban you for calling somebody a name, because I've been called...
Not calling someone a name, saying you look like. And by the way, in a world where retards are better than white males, why is it bad to say you look like a mongoloid? That should be a compliment these days.
Right.
Everybody who's oppressed is better than us. So anyway, she reports me, but the story isn't about her. I get banned from Facebook. So I go on my show the next day, and I say, go after her, guys. Do your worst. Yeah. Meaning on Twitter. So my audience knows that context, okay? I don't have to be so specific with them, but I did. And I said, guys, no death threats, none of that. This is, you know, show your disapproval. That's
which, by the way, guys, if you're trying to catch our back with anything, don't threaten rape or death. It doesn't. It doesn't help.
Nobody's doing that.
It literally only hurts. You know, for lack of a better term, the cause.
Let me ask you something. What kind of psychopath? How could you blame me if somebody even did that? Because if I say, I'm talking about Amy Miller and how she got me banned from Facebook, you think one of my listeners is like, fuck it, I'm committing a murder?
Because you put a face to the evil. You know what I'm saying? Like, the problem is, it's like, all right, Martin Shkreli, right? Yeah, I love him. He's one of my favorite people in the world.
Simple guy.
I want to interview him so bad. But anyway, like every pharmaceutical company jacks prices of medications. Yeah. This is just what they do. This is how they make money. This is why they're fucking evil. But he's the guy who he personifies it. So you are taking the role and you're just saying, hey, dude, it's fucking me. So all of those guys on Reddit that are doing it anonymously or on Twitter who are doing it anonymously, they can just go,
of course.
You're that
let's get back to the death and rape threats. Nobody is going, you know what, Amy got him kicked off Facebook. Let's go out and rape her.
Right.
Nobody is thinking that. And if they are saying it, first of all, where are the screenshots? If I was one of these people who's constantly bragging about the trolls that bother me, by the way, if you're constantly being harassed and have trolls and you're always, your Twitter, you know these people with their Twitter, look what this troll did to me and they thought they got me? Well, they did. It's like, they did because you're fucking talking about it. So, but if you're one of these people who are constantly being harassed and always bragging about it, wouldn't you screenshot the rape threat and the death threat and be like, look at this, see? Voila, here it is. Is it voila or voila?
I don't know.
So I don't believe that. But anyway, she got my show taken off YouTube, okay? My show. And that's where we host our video show. So this is important. We do like a 2 to 3 hour video version of the show and we host it on YouTube. That's where you get the full episodes. We're not allowed to do that anymore. We're banned. We can only post 15-minute episodes now, so we have nowhere to host, and you're going, go to Vimeo. Just go somewhere else.
I mean, I know that they deleted your account, but can't you just create another account with a different name?
Take it down. It'll get taken down. That violates their rules.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The community guidelines at these places.
Well, that's the problem. This is the problem when you talk about, like, even with, like, podcasting, like, when you, and this is why Anthony Cumia's network is so great. This is why I created the network that I'm creating, Gas Digital. It's because when you host your own content, nobody can tell you what the fuck to do. I mean, we're paying for server space.
There you go. So let's talk about that,
what I can put up and what I can't.
Let's talk about that, because I want the world to know. You can't, for free, host 2-hour and 3-hour videos daily with an audience. You just can't. If you want to do that privately, good luck. You're going to be paying anywhere from $600 to $1,500 a month.
Oh, I know.
For your hosting and bandwidth. Well, people don't know this. They go, oh, just sign up for Vimeo. That's $200 a year, okay, for the pro account. Let me read you an email from Vimeo just to show you the state of where social media is at in these websites. Because I wrote them an email. I told them the situation about how we got thrown off YouTube. We're looking for a home. We'll pay the $200 a year. So can we pull up that email from Vimeo there so that people can see? Okay, here it is. Look at this. They say, Mike, based on your description, it doesn't sound like Vimeo would be a good fit for your content. We would likely remove the video in the circumstances you described. If anything, we probably tend to be a little stricter than YouTube when it comes to reviewing videos. That said, we try to take the overall context into account. Unfortunately, I checked out a few episodes of your show, and it does look like there would be a strong possibility of violations of our community guidelines. We will remove videos that make derogatory or inflammatory statements about individuals or groups of people. That's vague. We will remove videos that are intended to harm someone's reputation. What the fuck? I mean, that's vague as shit.
Yeah, and that's your whole show.
And listen to this one. Have an overall mean-spirited vibe. We will remove videos that have an overall mean-spirited vibe.
All this stuff does, and this is anything, right? If you, if you sign a contract for anything in the world, all of that shit is, if they want to get rid of you, they'll just get rid of you. They don't really want to,
but
you know.
They
want your $200 a year, but if you you asked, and that was almost the problem.
Of course, but This is the state of every video host. Every video host has these same community guidelines, unless you want to pay the $600 to $1,500, then they don't give a fuck. They want your cash. But that's a lot of money to talk shit. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, you could have free speech on the internet. You could say whatever you want.
There's no such thing as exactly. There's no such thing as free speech on the internet. You can pay to have a voice on the internet. The idea of there being free speech. I mean, look, free speech, and it's not really a free speech issue. Nobody's.
But we think it is.
Yeah,
we think it is.
Yeah, but
assume
it's yeah, dude. Anything. Facebook, Twitter. I mean, all of these. It's one of the reasons why I almost left Facebook in general, because I got reported because I made a joke. There was a rapper named I guess his name was Chinks, and he died.
Jinx.
Yeah, Chinks, and I was like, he was only survived by his cousin Spix and porch monkeys. Or whatever. Some stupid joke that got reported, and they threatened to ban me if I used more hateful language. And I was like, what the? First of all, fuckface, I'm Hispanic. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
You like, in what world can I not use a racial slur against myself? First of all. But it was just kind of, it was very eye-opening. I was like, wow, there's just nothing, this isn't a free community. No. This isn't free speech.
This is what people need. See, we know this now. People need to know it, though, because we need to create a market for a place where we can express these things and not be, it shouldn't be decided by a small group of people who get to decide what it is you're going to say. Here's a great story for you guys, so you can see how bad this really is. Facebook, everybody's on Facebook. Everybody uses it. I know. You hear people, I hate Facebook. Okay. On Facebook, when Caitlyn Jenner first decided she was going to be this thing, I posted, Caitlyn Jenner is a monster created by mad scientists. This is before we got into the whole trans discussion.
Yeah.
Okay. So before the whole trans discussion, before Caitlyn Jenner, we thought trans people were monsters. Okay, that's what most men thought. We thought they were freaks. We were raised, maybe not you in New York City.
I agree with you. You're using more provocative language.
Yes, of course.
You know, look, here's the thing, and here's the thing. This is the problem, because people, you know, you use very bombastic, provocative language.
Of course, yes.
You say nigger and faggot.
I'm trying to just get to the point, and also.
So, but no, here's the thing. I agree. Gavin made the point, right? 0.03% of the world are transgendered, right? Yeah. They're a little wacky. They're a little crazy. Like this, here's the way that I look at it. I have anger problems. I got to go see a therapist. They're telling me I got to take medication. If you're telling me that I'm crazy, this person who wants to chop his dick off and turn it into a vagina, there's nothing wrong with them. They're just normal.
Exactly.
And it's also a nearly immeasurable percentage of the population.
Yeah.
So why are we bending over backwards for something that's so very obviously a disorder? These people should get help. And by the way, it's your body.
By the way,
if you want to chop your arm off, more power to you, but you're a little wacky.
Not all transgendered people are the lovely Caitlyn Jenner. By the way, you people don't know Caitlyn at all, and we're going to show you some clips from season 2, episode 1. I watch every episode of I Am Kate. I like it, and I know her very well.
You can't come without watching it.
I follow her on, I think you're thinking of Anthony.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
I follow her on Instagram. I follow her whole family. I know what's going on there. And let me tell you something. Caitlyn is not a nice person. Caitlyn is fucking out of control.
She's a cunt.
She's crazy. And
I have a friend who's a transgender person, and she's fucking awesome. Look, she's a great person. But I've talked to her. I mean, if you have a conversation with her, yeah, she has major body dysmorphia. That's what it is. Dude, when I see myself in the mirror, because I used to be really fat, I still see a really, really fat guy, right?
You went on the Real Ass Diet.
I created the Real Ass Diet.
You know who else went on there? Patrick Melton. We're not going to talk about him real quick, but you did say you hate him before the show, so thank you for that.
I did not.
So let's move on here. So,
but when I see myself in the mirror, I see myself as being a fat guy still. Yeah. That's body dysmorphia. It's an actual disorder.
Sure.
If you are seeing yourself as being a woman and you're a man, that's a form of body dysmorphia. That's a disorder, and it should be treated. At the end of the day, I'm not telling you what to do with your body. If you want to fucking commit suicide, I don't think suicide should be illegal. I don't think drugs should be illegal. It's your body. You're an adult. You can do whatever you want with it. But stop forcing me to change my speech.
So, okay, great point. So, Facebook deleted that comment that I made and gave me a ban. This was a 30-day ban as well. So this is right when the Caitlyn thing happened. Again, this was my fucking post. Caitlyn Jenner is a monster created by mad scientists, okay? They deleted that. That's against their community guidelines. So they banned me for that. That, to me, is censorship. that to me is a big part of the conversation that should be allowed to be had on Facebook.
Just no,
it isn't allowed. So
there's censorship on all of these fucking platforms. Yeah. Here's the problem, right? We got tricked. We got fucking tricked. Big Brother, right, was a thing 10, 20 years ago. Oh, dude, Big Brother, they're watching, dude. And then they were like, oh, no, let's just turn it into a fun little game that we can all play. We can connect.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers, they are just getting your information. They're selling it off to other companies. Facebook admitted a few years ago, oh yeah, we're manipulating the algorithm just to see if.
And again, yeah, exactly. So you're hearing one side of the story. Now, that's just one example of me getting banned. Imagine who else is getting banned. And you know what that does? That makes me not want to post. Yeah. So now when something big happens in the news that we're all supposed to have an opinion on, I'm not giving my opinion because maybe that's going to get me banned for 30 days. So now I'm bullied into shutting up, okay? Now, how many other people are being bullied into shutting up on Facebook? Your news feed, you know, the common person thinks they're getting today's scoop on their news feed, a combination of what everybody thinks, what everybody's saying. They're not. They're getting one side of everything.
A very controlled conversation. Yeah. But look,
which is dangerous.
It's like this, dude. When you go into McDonald's, you got to wear shirt and shoes, right?
Yeah. Oh, I get it. But
that's it. So it's like, don't go to McDonald's.
We assume.
Yeah.
See, this is the big problem right now. And this is why we need a new Facebook, a new Twitter, a new YouTube. The internet is basically Facebook, Twitter, and fucking YouTube when you think about it, and Reddit and places like this. If you're banned from those, you're not really on the internet. Yeah, I could post shit on my website. Who's going to see it?
Yeah.
You know, they're not coming to websites anymore. They're assuming it's all going to be on Facebook. It's all going to be on Twitter. We've put all our eggs into those baskets. So if we're not allowed to speak on those, we're really not on the internet. At least we're not on the main stage for anyone to see. So it is a problem. You know, I get my news from Facebook. I get my news from Twitter. And I'm not getting
You're also a really smart, creative, funny guy. So what you need to do is you need to, and this is what we do. I mean, we say almost anything on Legion of Skanks. I mean, we don't really have limitations on the words we use. I mean, every word that you've ever said on your show, we've also said on our show. But you have to use those as vehicles.
Have you said Negress yet?
I haven't said Negress, but
bring that to your show
tonight.
See what they do.
9 p.m. on the Anthony Cumia Network, guys. Check out the brand new episode, Negress Hunting.
Okay, so let's move. We have a lot to do here.
Yeah, but I'm saying you have to use it as a vehicle to bring those people to your
yeah, of course, but they're not going to stay. People check in with Facebook and Twitter. They're there every day. Same with YouTube. You know, we need those places. We really do. I know you say you could do it all here. You could host it yourself. You can, but you're limiting yourself. You need to be where everyone is. It's like you could fucking live in Delaware for cheap. Good, you know, have fun. Or you could live in New York City. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you want to be in the city, you kind of got to, whatever. Okay. It angers me. And Kurt Metzger, who I want to bring up, decided he was going to jump in and take, who are you looking at?
No, I was looking at
okay. Bernie Sanders up there. Kurt Metzger decided he was going to take Amy's side, the comedian Amy, who banned me.
I think it had less to do with Amy's side, and I think you and him had a thing a while ago, so that kind of...
Well, I woke up to Kurt Metzger female blogging about me, writing paragraph after paragraph on Facebook. This is a person I've never really talked to. Years ago, he yelled at me on Twitter because I was making fun of some fat cow named Golda, and I wake up on Twitter again, and it's 15 tweets from Kurt Metzger, and I just replied with, "You gay?" You know, because what is he so, you know, taking things so seriously?
Kurt's a fucking, he's a lunatic. Kurt's, I know Kurt, I've known Kurt a very long time.
Kurt fucking blows. He's a fucking pussy. And if anyone has a problem with Kurt, let me tell you something. You could do whatever you want to him. I have. He doesn't do shit. He's fucking all talk. Same with Sherrod Small.
I mean, I will personally say, I will personally say, don't ever go up to Kurt or Sherrod Small and try to say something to them in person, because I've watched both of those guys punch people in the face very, very hard.
Wow.
They're not pussies.
They won't say shit. No. They will not be able to win. I fucking got, so Kurt blogged about me. He said all this shit. He said, you know, this guy, boy cow is what he calls me, which is very insulting. You know, they're calling me man cow as an insult.
Yeah.
Man cow, for those of you who don't know, is the most hated person in broadcasting ever. So that's like the worst thing you could say to somebody.
Yeah.
So fuck you. It's
look, here's the thing, right? Kurt's been look, I think Kurt's great. I'm a huge fan of his.
I don't. I disagree, and I want to make sure people know Kurt is a fucking bitch. I was on Race Wars. Let's roll that Race Wars clip so I could show you. They invited me on Race Wars to talk this out. This is what have you seen this?
I haven't seen it, no.
Watch this. You're going to like this. Let's roll that clip.
I'm just saying, don't encourage it.
Here we go.
We're back with Mike David. Mike, you there?
Sherrod, it's great to meet you. You're Opie's butler, is that right?
Look, Butler don't get touched.
And then,
Butler,
of course,
that's Oprah shit.
Kurt
Oprah
Metz.
had the butler.
Okay, Sherrod.
No, I'm going to keep talking.
Sherrod, you are so bad at radio. Like, every time someone's talking, you butt in with an awful
That's
joke.
That's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm doing right now to you.
You extend the show. This show could be 20 minutes in length.
Show right now.
If it wasn't for you.
You got hair on your balls, and your mother's paying for your show. You're nothing.
Guys.
You're the worst at life.
Can we just get for the love
You're losing at
Here we
life.
go.
Let's all just say
Okay, all right, I'm sorry. I apologize. We'll start over.
Oh, I'm keeping it right there.
It was a misunderstanding. We'll start over. And I don't want...
What was it?
Let me tell you something. So look what he's doing.
You will come in on some bitch shit. I'm going to treat you like a bitch.
You're a bitch.
Yeah, am I?
You are. You work for Opie. You're Opie's houseboy.
I don't work for anybody. I don't work for anybody.
You're Opie's
I
butler.
wish I did.
You're bad at radio.
Stop it with the butler and stuff. Just say nigger. That's what you want to say.
I would never call you.
And say nigger.
You're a chocolate ball. You're an unwrapped. You're a
nigger.
You're a Cadbury cream
Say
egg.
nigger. Just say nigger. Stop being a pussy.
Nigger.
You know you. There you go.
There you go. Okay. Also, I could smell Allison Klemp. Is she in the room?
Well, that's a fair point.
That was pretty
Smells
funny.
like Chinese food.
Gasping.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, so there was that. So
That was the whole thing? That was your whole time on the show?
No, I was on for a little longer, but they wouldn't let me talk. They just kept talking over.
Yeah, yeah.
And for professional comedians, you know, they keep saying this, who is this nobody?
Yeah.
Who is this nobody? And he's not a comic, so, you know, he can't possibly.
And this is the problem with comedians. This is what we do. We romanticize what we do.
Yeah.
You know, and we make it like we're fucking, you know, rocket scientists. Look, we're all just fucking dummies who didn't want to have day jobs. You, I, Kurt, Sherrod, Allison Klemp, all these people. You know, so not being a stand-up doesn't mean shit.
Sure. Allison Klemp is awful too. She's been on this show a couple times. I don't know why Gavin invites her.
I don't really like her.
I don't like her either.
On a personal
Really?
level, she's a phony bitch.
She here's my little Allison Klemp story. And I don't even know how she's just a new comedian, right?
Yeah, she's like an open micer.
I found out about her. I was trying to throw this guy, Kyle Lane, under the bus, who is a comedy club owner in Chicago, and he beats women. He was arrested twice for beating the shit and hospitalizing women. And all the comics still work for him. Like, nobody gives a fuck.
No.
So, like, Cameron Esposito.
Comics have no integrity.
But these are the same comics who are constantly.
The SJW comics.
Yeah.
Right.
Cameron Esposito is this lesbian comic. She's awful. If you could find Cameron Esposito, Ask a Lesbian, it's called. We'll show him that. He works his fucking club. He beats women.
Can I say
SJW.
this? Just because, you know, here's the thing, right?
We got to get to Klemp.
Of course, and I'm just kind of in a strange position because, you know, I'm a comic, right?
Yeah.
So this is the equivalent of, you know, me working at fucking Barney's, and then you're going off and going, yeah, Barney's fucking.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of in a weird position
course.
where it's like, no, I like Sherrod. Sherrod's actually a really fucking good guy.
Maybe.
You have a problem with Sherrod. You've been nothing but respectful and nice to be. You know, obviously we've watched each other's shit and we're fans of each other's. So I get kind of in a weird position.
You don't have to. Yeah. Oh, and I want everybody to know that I'm going to be talking like mad shit, like unbelievable shit today because I'm trying to make a splash. It's a giant opportunity for me. But you obviously don't have to.
No, I wouldn't
agree with me or.
Look, at the end of the day, I don't dislike Sherrod or Kurt. You know, I think that
I do.
I think they're both good guys at the end of the day. Allison Klemp, I mean, I genuinely have a problem with her because she's just a phony. What happened with her recently? She went and you know, I did Bobby Kelly's podcast a few years ago, and we had a blowjob.
That's the guy who can't smoke weed because when he was 18 he had a problem with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we did a blowjob competition on a dildo. Me and Bailey J.
You did.
Tranny porn
You
star.
sucked a dildo.
Yeah. So
I'm against that.
No, I know you are because I saw what you said about Patrick Melton. But
Melton sucks dildos.
But I'm a real ass dude, and I don't give a fuck. You can call me a faggot all day long. I'm not a bitch.
See?
So
Wow, you hear that, Melton? He's not a bitch.
If I was Melton, I would be at the studio right now hitting you in the head with a hammer.
Of course, but Melton is a fucking.
What's wrong?
Look up Patrick Melton.
Patrick, come here right now and beat him up. What is wrong with you?
Bring it. He's afraid.
What are you, fucking crazy? Anyway, so we had a blowjob competition with Bailey J, the tranny porn star.
Yeah.
So I went first. As soon as I got done.
Caitlin Bailey.
Yeah, Bailey J.
Who's Caitlin Bailey?
I don't know who that is.
Caitlin.
Oh, Caitlin Bailey. Yeah, she's a comic too.
She's not a trans.
No, she's not a trans. So as soon as I got done sucking the dildo, Billy J tapped out, said, all right, you win. So that was the gag. Like,
that's good.
It's just me sucking
Yeah.
So there's a picture of this video of it. It's
Yeah.
fucking stupid and funny. So Allison Klemp, when they created the Cinderblock Comedy Festival, which is this horseshit comedy festival, I don't know if you heard about this.
Is this the one where, for the wage gap, they
Yes.
charge
Yes.
men
It's
more at the door?
disgusting. It's
They're
racist.
really doing that. That's not a,
it's
that's
a
not a gag.
racist bullshit thing, but here's the funniest part. It's just them ripping off young comics and packaging it as this SJW
Yeah.
message.
Yeah.
They get 1,000 submissions. They start off with $20,000 out of the pockets of young comedians, especially young. They're talking about having to help brown and women and female comics.
Brown and women.
You're taking the money out of their pockets.
Yeah.
You fucking phonies. So it's all phony. So I've been very adamant against this. And Klemp, I guess she sent the picture of me sucking Bobby Kelly's dick to a bunch of people on that staff. All these chick comics hate each other. So I had a bunch.
Bring up a picture of Allison Klemp, a bad one.
So I had a bunch of comics.
Worst one you could find.
A bunch of comics hit me up being like, "Oh yeah, Allison Klemp hit this out," because they all hate her, and none of these girls like each other at all. They just
Klemp
backstab
works
each
for
other.
Race Wars, right?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to her career.
She hangs around. She was there.
Maybe. So she, so she sent that, and I hit her up. I was like, what are you? I was like, are you like trying to shit on me behind my back? I was like, I'll shit on you right to your fucking face.
Yeah.
The difference is you've actually sucked everyone's dick in the comedy scene.
He has.
Yeah, to get where you're at. So don't fucking give me shit. So, and I told her to go fuck herself, and that's that. So I haven't spoken to her since.
She's like, for those of you who don't know what she looks like, she's like if Selena Gomez never got famous and just kept eating quesadillas.
Yeah.
And also was half Japanese. She's terrible. And oh, there she is. Yeah, there she is. That's actually not as bad as she looks now. She wears glasses and she's twice the size, but her hair is very dirty. So Allison Klemp. So I sent her this clip that I was doing. I said because I went on her Facebook and I saw that everything was feminist. The wage gap. You know, this was right around. Did you hear about this Beth Stelling thing? This comedian Beth Stelling who got beat up on her legs. And then all the comics stood in solidarity with Beth to stand up against domestic violence, which is great.
Yeah, and it's a problem just in general when comics are agenda driven that way, especially a person like Allison, who you know, like I said, I had a personal thing with her. I'm sure she's a great person, whatever. I don't give a fuck. But if you're going to be
she's a great person.
If you're going to be an agenda driven comic and your whole thing is you're a feminist and you're trying to push this message,
you got to stand with that.
Do the fucking research then. She's a dummy. She's not an educated person. She's not an actual
Hear that, Allison?
She's looking for an easy opinion to latch onto that everybody agrees with. And that's the problem with comedy in general. What the fuck happened to Lenny Bruce going to jail for having opinions that people didn't agree with? That's
by what you say.
Comedy is supposed to be. It's supposed to challenge people's thoughts, and there's a weird thing in the comedy community with all of these SJW comedians who are trying to control free speech and try to take away the words that we use, and it's just it's very anti-comedy. So that's why when you have all of these young like college-y type student SJW types, I'm like, what are you doing? Who gives a fuck what words people use? Who gives a fuck if people are racist? I would rather every word be available and every word be afforded to us, and then pick and choose what we want to do. That's the beauty. People won't laugh.
Let the people decide. Like I always say, let the people decide. If they all fucking hate me for using the words, they won't listen. I'll be fucked. They won't be my friend. So, but with this Klemp, so I asked her, I said, listen, would you work for a comedy club knowing that the owner was arrested twice for hospitalizing women? And this is what she said. This is somebody who's against domestic violence said, well, I'm not really in the position to turn down gigs, so I want to say no, but I probably would take the gig. Yeah. And then she said, for instance, I hate Anthony Cumia for what he did, but I'm going on, you know, his network next week, which, fine. But if I was blogging and posting every day about domestic violence, I would not be working for a guy that was convicted. I'm not talking about Cumia. Cumia didn't do nothing, but the comedy club owner. So she would. So she's a fucking phony in my book.
Right.
You don't get to fucking blog about domestic violence all day and then go work for somebody who
you could persona, you know, it's the whole, it's not just her, it's that whole,
it's everybody.
It's the whole community as a whole, and but none of them are funny. None of them are funny stand-ups, right? So instead of biting down and just doing the work and moving forward and becoming really funny, they go like, oh wait, what can I figure out a way to send this message on Facebook that's like, yeah, you know, women are abused and they're, you know, Yeah, obviously you're gonna get 100 likes on your fucking thing if you're saying that women are
And
great.
what
and
scene
should
are they
be
hanging
equal.
out where they're being fucking? You ask these women, like Allison Klump, you're like, do you know anyone who's raped? She's like, all my friends have been raped. It's like, who the fuck are you hanging out with?
Well, that's the other part. I had a friend of mine who I tried to do it on stage. It just never worked because
Yeah.
rape jokes are just fucking gone now, basically. But I had a friend of mine who said she was raped 6 times. And I was like, at what point are you going to look in the mirror and say, what the fuck am I doing? Because if you've been
Who are
raped
you hanging out with?
6 times in your life, you are doing something wrong. If I got robbed 6 times in my life, somebody has a right to go, dude, where are you hanging out?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? What? I'm not even saying you deserve it. I'm just saying
Exactly.
change the fucking activity.
Gotta hang out with a different group of friends. You're probably running with monsters.
Yeah, I mean, that's just as simple as that. But it's obviously, dude. You don't got to go. This problem with it being comics today. You have to go, guys. Rape is a horrible crime. Everyone just hold on. Let me preface.
Oh,
this
you're
by saying,
anti-rape?
Rape?
Really?
No shit,
Yeah.
fuck faces. Who isn't anti-rape? People that rape don't publicly go, yeah, rape is great.
Yeah.
Nobody's
Even
saying
the
that.
rapists are probably anti-rape until it takes over their control and they go nuts.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? They're not sitting around going, ooh, we gotta fucking.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, I
to somebody
guarantee
tonight.
if you talk to a guy who's been convicted of rape, even, I'm sure that he would go, yeah, I'm a fucking animal. Dude.
Yeah.
Dude, something happened in that guy's fucking life to turn him into a fucking animal. And there just seems to be a thing where just men inherently are rapists. Men inherently are evil. White men are inherently racist. It's just like, whatever
This is
happened
being
to...
encouraged. Let's roll the Cameron Esposito Ask a Lesbian. Let's go back to that because I want to let you know what Amy Poehler is producing. So Amy Poehler has started a new YouTube channel called Smart Girls.
Polarized.
You've been polarized is one of their slogans. Yeah.
Is it?
No.
Oh.
And they've got Cameron Esposito here, who is one of the meanest, angriest people I've ever met in my life. I just want to play you one of her YouTube videos so you can see what's going on. Let's roll this one, and I'll just tell you when to pause.
You're a lesbian. I feel like that's fine, because I'm a lesbian, so that's what you should call me. I mean, also Cameron. That's my name.
Her whole thing, pause it. So her whole thing is that she's a lesbian. Every fucking thing out of her mouth is about being a lesbian. Obviously, if you can't tell she's a lesbian, she put on this tweed fucking vest. Her hair is all cockamamie. I mean, she basically looks like me today.
By the way, she looks exactly like you. You have the same exact dykey look as Cameron Esposito.
Wow, I don't know. Holy shit.
You're dressed like
Hey guys, it's me, Cameron Esposito. Guns are horrible. Can I get a handheld microphone? I want to start doing stand-up.
Oh, shit, dude.
So, okay, well, let's fucking delete that part from the archive version of this. Let's keep rolling. I want to show you how militant, hopefully this is a good one.
It's not an insult. I'm a lesbian.
Amy Poehler put this together. Okay. So here
You
we go.
get turned on by looking at your own boobs? I do have great boobs.
Okay, this one, cut this one. This one's kind of too funny. I want to, so this was one of the first ones. It's up to like episode 10 and she's so militant now. It's almost like a fucking Tim and Eric bit. She's gotten like evil. There's one, fuck, we don't have a chat room, right? Oh, shit. Well, forget it. This is Cameron Esposito. Look her up on your own. She is awful, but my point is, this is what they're encouraging now. They're encouraging this fucking horse shit.
Yeah, look, I'm with you. I just, the truth is people have kind of a choice. And unfortunately, this is what is being pushed into mainstream.
Who likes
right now.
this? Who could, everybody sees her in all the comics and they go, she's wonderful. She's great.
Do they?
Why is she fucking wonderful?
Let me tell you, people
Who
in New
would like
York,
that?
New Yorkers just aren't really like that. Nobody. I mean, there are these young like chick comics who would rather.
The
not
Allison
learn how to be
Klump type of
funny.
comic isn't popular in New York City.
No,
Really?
she's not passed at any
Okay.
club. She's not working anywhere. If you go to the Comedy Cellar, the Stand, Gotham, New York Comedy Club, Stand Up New York, these people aren't passed at these clubs. These people will get spots and produce shows, or they'll do some roast battles.
They're not a problem here. Well, in LA, they're kind of a problem.
Yeah, it's a different scene, man. It's just, look, at the end of the day, I really feel like the same way that we have the right to use whatever words we want to use, fucking let her go do that. There's an audience for it. People want to hear it. It's just, it's not what makes me excited about comedy.
Sure. Let's do this because we brought up Sherrod Small and Kurt Metzger. I actually want to help Sherrod out a little bit because I know he's very bad at radio and he doesn't really have a lot of fans. So there's like a big problem with Sherrod. He works for Opie, who, listen, I am and was a giant Opie and Anthony fan.
Medium-sized.
Well, it's very funny.
It's funny.
You know what?
I know it bugs you now.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
Like a
You know
seed in
what?
your
It's
face.
just so unfortunate. It's like, you know what? It really is unfortunate, and it just means it's like so. Because I know that you're absolutely right. You know, even when I go to the airport and everyone's just a little taller than me, I go, "What the fuck is with?" But I'm not short. Like nobody looks at me.
You're not a small guy.
Nobody looks at me and goes, "Look at this short guy."
I can tell that's a thread I can pull with you, though.
No. It's really not. I don't get bugged by that, but I know that I have to do something about it, and I would never tell somebody that they're wrong when they say that. So when you say like you're not as big as me, it's like, yeah. That fucking blows, and it's not right, and something
I just want to say something to your fan. Don't go up to Kurt and Sherrod and say shit. I'm telling you right now, dude, you're going to get your fans fucking hurt. They're both dudes.
I'm going to get my fans hurt?
Yeah, dude. If they go up to Kurt or Sherrod, these are both guys
They're not going to go up to them.
Okay, all right. I'm just saying.
No, I'm saying on the internet.
Okay, yeah, well, that.
Nobody's going to go up to Kurt.
Guys have as many, be keyboard warriors all you
want. That
want.
would be psychotic to go up to Kurt and just spit on him. But
well, no, it seemed like you were saying, hey, guys, if you do anything.
I'm saying Kurt Metzger is not the man. He said, this is the guy who sat in a room and they're like, what do you think of Slap Chef? And he's like, I think it's great.
Yeah.
That show fucking blows. Inside Amy Schumer is one of the worst sketch shows that's ever been created. I don't know who likes it. Listen, I've watched every episode. I'm not one of these people. See, that's what everyone says. I've never watched. I watch everything. I listen to Every Man Speak, all the podcasts. I watch all the shows.
We have like a fundamental, like I have a disbelief in watching.
Yeah.
I love Sons of Anarchy, right? I can only get up to season 3 because I'm not engaged with other people's shit that much.
No, I actually can't watch fiction anymore. Yeah. But for stuff like Amy Schumer, she's been an enemy of mine for years and years and years before her fame. I've always found her to be full of shit, okay? I just don't find her to be legit. I find
is she an enemy of yours or you don't like her? Does she know you?
Oh no, she doesn't know me. When I say enemy, I mean she's one of these people I cover on my show.
Right, got it.
In a bad way.
Look, dude, I'll say I think you're fucking great. I really do. I think you're really talented at broadcasting.
Nobody denies that.
I think that you got a lot of talent. I don't. That's the only thing that I don't get about your show.
Yeah.
Is the fact that you spend so much time on other people's shit. I'm going.
Well, they're frauds.
When you get into shit, when you get into like even like the Jaden, the Jaden or not Jaden, whatever her name is.
Jada Pinkett.
Jada Pinkett. It's like really funny. You know what I'm saying? But it's just I just feel like. I don't know, dude. It almost loses me when it's like you get so into.
Let's delete this from the archive as well. This part too. This is bombing.
No, look, like I said, dude. I really think you're funny. I think you're talented. And I think your funniest shit, your best shit, is when you're just trying to be funny.
And I'll figure all that out on my own.
Yeah.
You know what? So every day when I wake up, I got to do me. Okay?
Yeah.
I got to do what's on my mind. And when I do shows, you know, I've been doing shows since 2003. Sometimes I'll sit there for 8 hours doing shows. And whatever is in front of me that I'm talking about is only being talked about because that's what's on my mind and that's what I'm passionate about at the moment.
Right.
So I'm not going to like make fucking notes and topics for later that I might not be into. Amy Schumer being a fraud, to me, is a big deal. That's something I need people to wake up to. Okay.
Wait, joke thief?
No, a fraud. I don't think she's a joke thief. I think she is not the person she is portraying at all.
No one is.
I think, well, I disagree. I think more than anybody.
Especially in the entertainment industry, we allow.
But Amy Schumer is full of shit. You know who's not full of shit? Here's somebody who's not full of
Rick and
shit.
Rattlesnake?
The chick from Portlandia, Carrie Brownstein. She's not full of shit. She goes and does a sketch show. It's fucking brilliant, and nobody's sitting around going, I don't know.
Do you know who she is?
No, and I don't want to know.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, any one of us, you know, we allow a certain amount of ourselves to, you know, be portrayed, and we control. It's very controlled. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're only getting. I like to keep it as close to 100% as possible, but in reality, no, dude. If I have some
Of course,
shit going on,
no.
I don't talk about a lot of shit because that's very important to me. Because in all honesty, you know, you have to. This is the entertainment industry, and we have to kind of. You know, you have to play the game to a certain degree. So I don't ever look at anybody in the world on television and go like, oh, that person's full of shit. I assume everyone's full of shit.
I look at Amy Schumer and I go, we have a problem here. You know, she was on Joe Rogan. Go watch her Joe Rogan appearances. She doesn't have anything up here. She's not the person, and you can see. So when this whole joke thief thing happened, there was no joke thievery. This is just another comic doing fucking terrible material. It's just another comic doing fucking bland, boring, fucking hack shit. And the problem is, yeah, you can find it everywhere else. Because if you're bland, if you're boring, if you're not revolutionary, it's been done before, and you can go look it up now.
Let me play devil's advocate here, because
I would love to.
You know, this is my world, and look, Amy Schumer's never fucking put me on her show. She never will. She doesn't like me. I really like. I get the vibe from Amy when I'm in the same room as her that she fucking is disgusted by me. I don't give a shit.
She knows you.
Yeah, she knows me. She used to be my son's mother's roommate. I mean, like.
By the way, I want to say this about Amy too. There is a problem when you're fucking every year twice the size you were the year before. That shouldn't make you. You know, this Selena Gomez Pantene Pro V. Let's run that because she calls Amy Schumer a strong woman. She's a very strong woman. Why is Amy Schumer strong?
Shoulder strength.
Because of her size, I think. I think that's really what she means. Like, I think now, if you're a fat woman in entertainment, you're considered strong because you would have to. I think
it's so funny you bring up the strong and brave thing, because Ronda Rousey, who just, everyone's like, oh, she's don't be a do-nothing bitch. She's the bravest woman in the world.
One of the most beautiful, too.
But she, you know, the whole idea is like, Ronda, you are so brave, you're the shit. I remember she lost her title, went on to Ellen, and she's telling Ellen, she was like, you know, she's crying, she's going, she says, you know what? You know, I just looked up at my boyfriend, I was like, I just want to have this man's babies. What is this all for? And even in that moment, which is so anti-feminist, Ellen leans back and she goes, oh my God, you are so brave.
Yeah.
No matter what women do.
They're so brave and they're so strong.
No matter what happens, they're always brave, they're always strong. It's so funny to me, the notion that
Watch
women...
this. So this is, hold on, wait, pause. This is Selena Gomez, who is a giant fucking fraud. She will...
I'd suck on her asshole.
Sell anything. You're related to her, right?
It's my cousin.
Go, Mike. So yeah, play it.
The biggest chain of strong women, and I'm kicking it off. I'm tagging Amy Schumer because she is strong in the fact that she doesn't let anybody tell her what to do. She is herself. She doesn't care who's watching, and I admire that. Go tag the strong women in your life with hashtag strong women are beautiful.
Pantene, though. So yeah, it's about fucking it's all paid for. So it's horseshit. And why is Amy Schumer strong? What is so strong about her? Her fucking show is weak sauce. I mean, the fact that Kurt Metzger writes for that, the fact that Kurt can sit in a room and they bring up Slap Chef, and the fact that he doesn't fucking quit that day shows his character. I mean, to me, that is just such a fucking lousy bit.
Well, you know, I mean, also, you know, what are you going to do? I mean, you're in a writing room with 20 other writers. Not every idea that you're going to have is going to get through, and you have a fucking job.
Well, what ideas do you get through that are good?
He makes 6 figures writing on that show. I understand why he wouldn't.
Oh, yeah,
quit.
yeah, sure.
You know, I mean, you know, it's your fucking job.
Oh,
look, dude, if you want to pay me 6 figures, I'll fucking...
You heard it first. Kurt sells out for money.
Yeah.
Does whatever.
In what world do we think that comics aren't selling out for money?
I don't.
Anytime
I would
you go on a late night fucking talk show and you have to transcribe your jokes, guess what? You're selling out for money.
I wouldn't do it.
Here's what they do. Well, this is why you're not a stand-up comic.
Well,
you chose not to be in this life. We are slaves to this industry.
Yeah.
So when you go on any show, I don't give a fuck if it's an uncensored late-night HBO thing. You are transcribing your set, and there's some producer that's going through it with a fine-tooth comb and telling you what words you can say and what words you can't say.
Sure.
There's sponsors. There's all this other shit. So funny is a motherfucker falling down a ladder, right?
Yeah.
All we're trying to do is figure out how to come close to.
That's what I mean. So it's bothersome to me. The Amy Schumer show.
Up as a phony.
Amy Schumer show didn't need to happen. You know what? I want to show again. Portlandia is a great example because it's fucking hilarious. It's original, and you're never going to see any of the bits that they do anywhere else. And they're doing it because they need to do it. They're doing it because they have ideas that need to come out and be comedy. Schumer's show is like, hey, Amy Schumer's hot. We should have her do a sketch show, even though she has no business fucking writing sketches or being in sketches. And then they kind of run the show like it's a giant homework assignment. Like, hey, guys, we got to come up with 15 sketches. What do you got? And it's not being done because it needs to be done. It's being done because ads need to be sold. So that's why you're getting Slap Chef. That's why you're getting Sleep Gym.
Yeah.
They're imitating sketches that have been done in the 90s. They're imitating, not stealing. They're imitating the way sketch comedy was done in the 90s.
It's all rebranded and repackaged, though. Everything.
Yeah, but
there's nothing original.
Look at her.
By the way, if I wanted to, right? If I wanted to go through Portlandia with a fine-tooth comb, scene by scene, I promise you, I could find 20 other scenes that were very similar in other TV shows that have been done. The Simpsons have done everything you could.
At least Carrie Brownstone could lose some fucking weight. She saw she was getting chubby, and she said, "You know what? It's time to get healthy."
Yeah, I hate the fact that you're making me defend Amy Schumer. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm very.
You wanted to play devil's advocate.
I'm very anti-defending.
Lewis can
people.
drop the every time Lewis speaks, he goes, "I'm sure he's a great guy. He's a great guy. He's a great guy." We know everybody's a great fucking person deep down.
I mean, well, no. At the end, because I don't think that I know Caitlyn Jenner on a personal level.
I do.
He might be a fucking great dude. You know, I don't actually know. What we see on a reality show, which is edited, it's a very small 0.0001% of his
You
life.
could read people a little bit, though.
Yeah.
You know, you could read people.
To a
You know
certain
what
degree.
people are about.
Yeah, but dude, look, my co-host on my Sirius XM show is Michael Bisping. He's one of the nicest guys in the world. He's an MMA fighter, UFC fighter. When he was on The Ultimate Fighter, they made him look like a real fucking cunt. He's a family man. He's a great father, great husband.
Right.
But it was way more interesting to make this guy look like a British bad boy cunt than it was to show him, you know, concerned about his kid being sick on the phone with his wife. So you only get a certain degree of people in everything. We happen to be fans of shit that's a little more real, so we kind of emulate that, I think, and that's why we have shows that will never be mainstream. Legion of Skanks on the Anthony Cumia Network doesn't get sponsors. We don't get sponsors.
Are you guys re-signing your lease with Cumia? Do we know that?
If he pays us enough.
I hope you do. We all need you here, because you know what? It can't just be Eastside Daves all day. We need some fucking.
Love Eastside Dave.
We all love him, of course.
My favorite show on the network. Not even bullshitting.
Yeah.
I watched it. I was here last night. Fucking balls that funny.
I'll give it another chance.
Give it another chance.
You know what?
Actually, speaking of sponsors,
oh yeah.
Look at your camera.
What?
You gotta read the sponsor.
I'm not fucking reading that. Are you kidding me? Is this a joke? Nope. So this was actually brought up. So in front of me is a fucking ad, and my audience asked me, they go, "Are you gonna have to read Gavin's ads?" And I said, "Oh yeah, I'm also gonna eat men's boogers while fucking taking it all over the face." I will not read this fucking ad. If you want to come in here and read it for me, you can. But I can't. I don't know Deep Discount. I don't work for them, and they don't pay me. So I can't endorse them. Absolutely not.
Yeah, but you're doing the job for Gavin. So if Gavin said, "Dude, you made me lose a sponsor,"
he didn't bring this up.
Go
he needs
fuck
to pay
yourself.
me. I'm doing this
I would
fucking
completely
free. I had to
understand
buy my
it.
own goddamn plane ticket.
Hold
This ad will not be read under my watch.
Well, look, you said it yourself. He's giving you an opportunity. You're getting fans. I mean,
It ain't
he is
happening.
paying you.
I would rather give up the entire opportunity. I will not read that ad. But you could come in and read the ad.
Look at Aaron. Aaron's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Look at her.
She's kidding.
No, she's not kidding.
Can't he do it?
Go ahead. Yes.
There, he could do it.
I don't believe in deepdiscount.com. I have a personal aversion to the company. I don't like the company, but he's got to read it. It's his job.
You're getting paid here, not me.
I'll read. You want to read it?
Yeah, have him read it.
Look, Aaron's look at her face. She's so serious right now.
I'm sure they're a great company. I don't know anything about them, so I can't say they're great. It would be a lie.
Guys, deepdiscount.com, a huge supporter of the shows here on the Anthony Cumia Network, is holding their annual Shark Madness sale right now at deepdiscount.com. You will always find a great selection of and low prices on DVDs, Blu-rays, video games, and much more. And all of March long, the prices and deals are even lower than ever. You'll save a ton on thousands of titles. Just go to deepdiscount.com and you'll find everything you're looking for right there at your fingertips. Looking to own some great movies or TV shows? Deep Discount has everything you're looking for, from old TV shows you love but can't find anymore to the most recent releases from Hollywood. If you love owning movies, DVDs, Blu-rays, and video games, then take a few minutes and check out our good friends at deepdiscount.com. Everything you're looking for is there, and you won't find any better deals anywhere else. Music, everything new, even old, hard-to-find vinyl records are available at deepdiscount.com. Want to help out and support the show? Then check out deepdiscount.com. Do they really make us say deepdiscount.com that many fucking times? Who approved this copy? This is ridiculous.
Now he's the fucking rebel. I see. Oh, now the bitch is the rebel. Okay.
A loyal supporter of this fine network, and for the entire month of March, prices are lower than ever with the Shark Madness sale. Check it out at deepdiscount.
Oh yeah, doesn't that feel good? What a company, man. So
what a company, man.
That's fine.
It's Gavin has a fucking job to do. It's his job also to book people on the show that are going to fill in and do what he has
should have
to
asked
do.
me that. If he would have ran that by me, I would have said no. And
you should have done your due diligence and watched the show.
He should have done a pre-recorded thing.
Look, everyone agrees with me in the booth. And I'm not a company man.
They're all getting paid from that fucking money, aren't they?
Not Johnny works for free. He's a pussy.
Well, I'm really sorry, guys. What can I say? So it all worked out. I think it's better for you.
I love you.
It's not a cunt.
That's why I like you.
I'll promote something. Let's promote Sherrod's new show on ABC Family. Let's bring up promo image number 1. I'll promote something too. This is coming to ABC Family this June. It's Sherrod Small. When he has it, let's see. Promo number 1. There it is, Sherrod the Butler. And there's me. I'm in the show, too. This is going to be good. So, as you can see, Sherrod is a servant. And there it is, Sherrod the Butler. Let's go to promo number 2. There he is, peeling some potatoes. Look at the smile on his face. He loves, you don't want to laugh at this, huh? You think this is going to,
stupid.
It's stupid.
I don't give a shit.
This is a real show. He's been working his whole life for this. Okay, let's go to promo 3. There it is. So Opie is in the show. And of course, Opie is his boss, and Sherrod does whatever Master Opie wants him to do. And there he is, cleaning the plate for him. Now let's go to promo 4 there. And they're finally cooking up some George Foreman burgers for the boys. There's Kurt Metzger there. There's Jim Norton and some other guy. And there's Sherrod, of course, peeling potatoes into a pot and cooking up burgers for the Opster. So that's coming to ABC Family this fall. Thank you, John, for that. See, I can promote.
Pretty good.
Pretty good stuff, huh?
Good stuff.
Those were, we made those Photoshops last week, and we.
Oh, they were photoshopped.
No, those were
thought it was a
promo. I
show.
meant the only thing photoshopped on there was the logo, is what I mean.
Okay,
Right?
that's
Photoshopped.
All right, got
John.
it.
So those were made, and we started running those promos, the marketing for his show, last week. And Sherrod blocked me on Twitter for just trying to market his new show.
Yeah.
Isn't that unbelievable?
Yeah. You know.
Did that work? Okay. Let's see where we're at here, because I have a couple guests coming, but they don't seem to be showing up. I had some guests booked that were going to be great, but I don't want to blow that bit. Let's talk about a guest that couldn't make it today. You've all heard Anthony Cumia mention John Sahag. Have you heard him?
Who is this?
Whenever Anthony needs a haircut, he does this thing where he's like, whoa, I guess I have to go visit John Sahag. And the listeners know John Sahag throughout the years as Anthony Cumia's hairstylist or barber. So I thought it would be great to get John on the show to see what it's like to give Anthony a haircut.
Right.
Because I'm sure all the fans would want to know. So I emailed John Sahag, his company, and I got an email back. I'd like to read that email because he can't be here today, so I want to read the email as to why. I don't have this in front of me, so give me a second here. Are you mad at me for the deep discount read or the promos for Sherrod?
No.
Okay, you're not mad.
Fuck, why would I be mad?
I don't know. Okay, here's Sahag Workshop. Hello, Mike. Thanks for reaching out. Unfortunately, John passed away quite a while ago, so needless to say, this interview wouldn't be possible. Let us know if there's any other way we could help, though.
Why don't we hold a seance?
I swear to God, that was one of my ideas yesterday.
And are we doing it?
Hold a John Sahag seance. We could impromptu. Do you know how to do a seance? You are Mexican.
I don't know. I mean,
You might know some voodoo.
we do have Google at our fingertips. How do you hold a seance,
Yeah.
guys?
Can we dim the lights?
Can you
Can
figure
we
out the
lower lights
steps
in here?
to a seance? Because I think
Maybe
we can
put
do
some reverb on my voice. Wait. Yeah, I think I can. No, I don't have. Yeah. Can you lower the lights a bit and turn up my soundboard? Here we go.
There we go.
Is my soundboard going through? It is? I can't hear it. It's going through? Oh, okay, there we go. John Sahag, can you hear us? John Sahag, show yourself. Do you have anything? Do you know how to bring these people back?
I just need chicken bones and some blood.
Yeah. Why don't you open up that chicken and we can start throwing it around the room? John Sahag, where are you? What is it like cutting Anthony's hair? Why is Anthony spending so much money on a haircut that could be done for $5 at any Great Clips or Bo-Ricks?
They're plugs.
Why is he
Somebody has to cut
coming
around
for
the
the guy
plugs.
who cuts Demi Moore's hair? John Sahag died of AIDS.
Did he?
I don't know. He passed away. He's a hairstylist.
You assume it did.
Young. What else could it have been? He fell out a pair of scissors. He drank the blue water. But that's funny. So what does Anthony, does Anthony just go to the salon, John Sahag? So he doesn't go to John Sahag.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay. I thought that was funny.
Find out how John died.
Whenever somebody writes back saying the guy's dead is funny.
Yeah.
We did that, Mr. Belvedere. I tried to book remember Mr. Belvedere, the show?
Is he dead?
He's dead. So I tried to book him. I got the same type of email. He died years ago, they said.
Wow.
Whoops. Big fan. I also had the first email, big fan, of course.
Cancer.
John
Cancer.
Sahag died of cancer?
New York Times obituary.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
What kind of cancer?
His white blood cells got cancer.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't say.
What a loser. So he won't be here today, so that's another guest. And then I've got I'm going to wait till, oh my God, it's already 11:40. Holy shit.
Is it really that late?
Is it 11:40? We have
It's
20 more
11:40.
minutes.
20 more minutes.
Okay, so I guess
Time
bit
really is
isn't gonna
flying on this show. That's crazy.
that's good.
I thought we were like a half an hour in. I'm not even lying.
Same thing. This is going really great. By the way, I host a show called the Red Bar Radio Show.
Big fan.
All the time. It's on all the time. We don't have a schedule, but it's on all the time. Check it out at redbarradio.net. This is basically what I do on my show. The same thing I'm doing.
When we were starting our network, I reached out to Mike because you've been doing it for you're one of the original guys that was doing podcasting and doing it the right way.
For Keith and the girl.
Yep. And yeah, I reached out to you, being like, "Hey, dude, I'd love to pick your brain about how you do what you do. I think your website's great. Thank you very much, Garrett." So yeah, you guys should check out that show.
Thanks.
Mike is a very engaging person. I like what you said in your website, which I almost feel the same way about myself. You're going to hate me the first time you listen to me. The second time, you'll almost get it. And by the third time, you'll fall in love. And that was you, right? Or something like that?
Yeah, it's something like
Three
that's
times
old
or
verbiage
something?
too. It's like, listen to 3 episodes before you, because you're going to hate it after just...
Well, yeah, I make horrific first impressions.
Yeah.
Like, for me, people hate me at first. Like, they fucking hate my guts. And then after 2 or 3 times of hearing me on something, they slowly go, oh, shit, Lewis is my favorite person on any of these shows. So, yeah, I always felt a connection there.
Great.
Being unlikable cunts up
Yeah,
front.
same. People are very judgy. They go, why is this guy such an asshole? And it's like, what would you... When I watch a show, I want to see a show. I don't want to just see 2 guys being as normal as they could be.
Yeah.
I don't tune in for likable programming, so... If you're not into that, get out.
Yeah, I mean, when I was a
looking
kid,
for people who are into hate and mean.
When I was a kid, when the Undertaker beat Hulk Hogan, I was like, yeah, I root for the bad guys.
So this is what we were gonna do. I had an idea for a very funny bit where I was going to have. So this is what I did. Yesterday, I went around Times Square and around here, and I asked black guys, shitty fucking looking black guys, big fat, like homeless type of black guys. Not totally homeless, but like shitty looking black guys. And I said, I'm doing this show tomorrow, and we would love to have you as a guest to just pretend you're Patrice O'Neal. Okay? Right. And whatever I ask you, you just pretend you're Patrice O'Neal. And they don't even know Patrice O'Neal. So the bit was going to be that I was going to say, guys, we have a very special surprise. I know you thought he was dead. It is not true. He's back. Ladies and gentlemen, Patrice O'Neal. And then just your average fucking weird black guy off the street was going to come in and go, hello.
Yeah.
I was going to ask him all these questions as if he was Patrice. Now, I asked 4 black guys, and I got 4 yeses. 4 black guys, 4 yeses, saying they would be here at 11. I gave them all the information, sat with them, talked to them, ran through it with them. 0 black guys.
That's why you're dumb. You should have offered them the pork and weed.
I told them there was going to be $100 in it for them.
Are you kidding?
I swear to God.
You're going to pay them $100
So here's what I'm saying. This is even better bit. Blacks are saying they don't get offered opportunities and offered gigs or jobs. They're oppressed. Well, I fucking hired 4 black people. They didn't show up.
Can I say this?
Oh, they
I
are.
don't think blacks are saying this. White people are saying that on behalf of blacks.
At the Oscars, they said, we are not getting gigs.
Dude, any adult black person that I know is not, or that's doing anything, is not bitching about the opportunities that they're not getting.
Okay.
Okay? It's typically young white people going,
okay, well,
people need an equal
the young white
opportunity as
people,
well.
I tried to employ 4 great black guys. They ditched me. They didn't care. And it was going to be great. And somebody said, what if all 4 come?
$100 each is a lot.
Well, I was only planning on one of them showing up.
What if all 4 showed up?
Well, I would have said, no, I was kidding about the money. But what I was going to do for the bit, if all 4 showed up, which was going to be genius, is I'm interviewing one of them as Patrice O'Neal, asking him stuff like, so did Bill Burr's wife really, stuff like that. And then when the camera cuts back to me, I was going to swap him out with another black.
Yeah, brilliant.
So that when the camera cuts back to him, it's a different black, and we don't tell the audience, and we just keep interviewing him. It would have fucking murdered. Yeah. But I've got another bit that's going to murder.
You know what? You know what you fucked up though?
What?
You should have just waited to do that bit another time. Just
I'll come up with better bits. I'm not some fucking loser who can't.
That's a great point.
I made this up.
This is what you do. This is what you do.
This is what I do. I made this up yesterday.
That's why when people bitch about people stealing jokes, you're like, dude, you write jokes, right?
Yeah. Just make another one.
Go fucking write another
joke. A million
joke.
things I could make fun of. That's not even that.
That is a great bit, though, and I
bit.
almost wish you didn't tell them because that...
I could still do it. They're not going to remember. It's still going to be funny even if they know it's funny. A black guy just sitting there like, yes, I am Patrice O'Neal.
That's really funny.
And then I was going to be like, why is Bill Burr's wife so fucking ugly? Anyway.
She's really nice. She's very beautiful.
Oh, I'm
met
sure.
her a bunch
yeah,
of times.
real beautiful. Yeah, we shouldn't ask questions about that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you do make it nearly impossible for me to go out and have a drink with you in public. You know that, right?
no, that's not true. I would never act like this in public.
Okay.
This is a show.
People
need to understand. We're doing TV. This is a show. I'm being showy. I'm not going to go out to a bar and fucking embarrass you. I'm a normal person. You've heard me talk.
No, it's not even that. I'm just saying that.
Too many.
You make all these enemies, so then
Believe me, I do it for them. They're sitting at home going, yes, I've always wanted to hear someone say that about Bill Burr's wife. Because why is she so black?
But exactly.
Black wives matter, Bill. Black wives matter. Get it?
That's a great hashtag.
His wife.
Well, yeah, you just I
I'm
get
saying what the listeners are thinking, and I'm not in the comedy scene, so I don't have to worry about, am I not going to get a gig?
But here's the thing, I don't let the listeners
Not what everyone's
dictate
saying.
what I
Either do I. This is
about.
what I'm into.
I dictate what they think is funny. That's just, like I said, we just look at it from a fundamental different point of view.
I'm sitting here and you're sitting there, so I don't know what to tell you. We have a great bit coming up. At the end of a lot of Gavin shows, if you watch Gavin's show, I'm a big fan of his show. He does this bit called Happy Endings with Mercedes Carrera. So we're going to do that bit. I don't have Mercedes here, but I have an even hotter babe than Mercedes.
She a tranny?
Mercedes?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
She showed her open pussy on the show.
Doesn't she have...
Showed her open ass. She showed her giant tits. Gavin, do you know Gavin has showed his open asshole on the show?
I did hear that, yeah.
You haven't seen it. He showed his full dick, his open asshole, twice on the show. He's bent over and opened his fucking ass. That's insane, right?
Ever seen Ari Shafir's asshole?
I've heard of it. That grosses me out. When he threw on Legion of Skanks, Ari Shafir took his dick out last week, peed into a water bottle on camera. Yeah. This is how fucking gangster you're showing.
Real ass dude.
Then he reaches in his ass and pulls out a fucking clumped up tissue covered in blood that he stuck up his ass to stop the bleeding.
Yeah.
And then he threw it at you.
Threw it at me.
That's fucking crazy.
You want to know how, but here's the thing, you're missing the best part because I'm way more hardcore, because then I picked up his bloody asshole tissue and threw it at Dan Soder. And I think me touching his bloody
Dan Soder legit?
He's no joke. He's
a good guy?
He's one of the best people I've ever met in my life.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me put a note to the people. She's here? Okay. 1 second.
Yeah.
You tell me when we're ready, because I have a hot babe of my own to show the world. I'm going to tell you something here. Gavin gets undressed as well when he does happy endings. I will not do that.
Why?
Because that's...
Show off that righteous body, dude.
Sorry, I don't do that type of stuff. That's crazy. If somebody asked you to, would you take off your shirt on the show?
No, but I just told you I have body dysmorphia.
Yeah, same with me.
tranny.
Well, I don't have body dysmorphia, but I mean, Gavin's fucking nuts with that shit.
Yeah, I mean, Gavin...
Getting naked on a show?
Yeah. I mean, look, if I had a big dick, I'd probably whip it out all the time.
I was actually debating, because Gavin showed his dick, I was debating at the end of the show to whip out my dick and say, I have a bigger dick than Gavin.
Do you have a big fat cock?
Yeah.
Just whip your dick out, Mike.
Can't. You can't do it. I'm going to do it eventually. Well, it's just...
I legitimately want to know what, because in my head, the only reason I wouldn't show my dick
Show that dick. If we get a chance,
because I don't have a big dick. If I had a big dick, I'd whip it out all day long.
Exactly. So I am planning on whipping it out. I am planning on doing a thing with it for everyone.
Do the deep discount read and then whip out your dick during it.
It's not happening today, so don't get excited. It will happen eventually, because we've got some great news. But it will happen. So we are ready. Let's roll the title card and the music here. Dana, are you there?
Hi, Mike. Hi.
Fuck, yeah, it's one of our listeners. Dana, I told you I was going to bring you a hot babe. Dana, this isn't what we asked for. Let's get that shirt off right away. This is happy endings.
Oh.
Get that shirt off, Dana. Come on, this is, we get it. You bought a REDBAR shirt. Those are available at our store. Woo! Damn. Woo!
All right.
Huh, Lewis?
Yeah.
What do you think there? That's a fucking dime, huh?
That's smash.
Dana, can you lose that bra?
I would, but it's,
She doesn't have tits.
yeah, I don't have boobs.
You don't?
You called it. That's right.
She's smoking though, huh?
She would remove it, but she has tiny tits.
Dana, can you do that thing where you spin for us?
Oh yeah.
She does a spin. Look at this. Watch. Dana, move over to your left a little bit. Oh, there we go. No, that's perfect. Do your spin.
Dana, can you just eat a cheeseburger for me?
Hold on a sec. She has a perfect body. I don't know what you're talking about. This is a fucking... Can you lose that stupid skirt? I didn't think you would have a skirt. Let's get that off. Because this is happy endings. This is happy ending. That looks awful. Take that off because you have a slamming butt, and I want people to see that because you have a fucking amazing ass. Let's show that. Yeah, get that off. See, that's perfect. Look at this. This is a fucking 11. Turn around here and do your spin very slowly and put your arms out like Cornholio. Turn around for us. Turn around for us. Look at that fucking butt. Is that fucking not the best thing you've ever seen in your life? Whoa! Whoa!
And no, it does not smell like rotten cum.
Yeah.
So we're talking about rotten cum on that show.
Oh, Lord. Okay, let's stop. Dana, what do you think about Trump?
What do I think about Trump?
Yeah. Look how beautiful.
Honestly, because.
Dana, does it say on your mirror, "Welcome to the world of AIDS"?
It's like I give a
Why
shit.
now? Why? Okay, Dana.
What's up?
You've seen this segment before with Mercedes, right?
Yes.
So this is not going how Gavin's segment usually goes. Usually because, you know, everyone's...
Okay. Yes. My opinion on Trump is that, like I said, I'm a little bit ambivalent. I sort of like him, but I sort of don't.
A little bit.
I sort of think he's...
Look like a little bit of an amphibian.
Yes.
I do?
I thought that was a pretty good joke.
Yeah, yeah. Why is he an amphibian?
He does.
He's beautiful. This is what I'm into. This is the type of body I'm into.
Yeah.
Oh my God, why?
Why not?
Dana, you are fucking hot.
Trump is all right. His hair is really weird. I wonder how the fuck he does all that.
Yeah, exactly.
But his policies, like some stuff I'm okay with, and some stuff I don't trust any of them, really, honestly.
Of course.
Politicians all feel like liars, and that they'll just say whatever. And there's only one way they
Can you do this with your vagina, like talk but use your vagina as a puppet and give us your opinions on Trump?
I don't think my lips are like big enough.
Let me see. Hold on. Time out.
I don't think that.
Can you stand up again and show us that butt? Because that's a big butt. That's not fake, is it?
Oh, no. If I could do plastic surgery, I would have cleavage and stuff.
Well, you're in luck today because of Anthony's graciousness. We are actually going to get you plastic surgery and get you all taken care of. We're going to send you to a doctor today, a team of doctors, and they're going to fix you right up.
They're going to euthanize you.
Yeah. They're going to take you out back and bury you. To John Sahag.
They're going to put her to sleep.
Yeah. They'll be like, this is a very sick person. Why do you keep making jokes about her having AIDS and being sick?
Oh, fuck. Look, I'd rather that than her be fat.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Dana, now, are those D's? What size are those tits? Because those are fucking big.
They're like about a B.
No, they're not.
Those are not a B. Those are like an F. Can we see those?
I wish.
Can I see your?
They're really not.
Just show us one boob. We want to see what they're like.
I want to. I really do, but I.
Because you used to have a thing for me, right?
Some mystery, you know,
Yeah.
There is nothing mysterious about that. We know what's under there.
Show those tits. Show those tits. Show those cans. Show those tits.
Okay, what if I just show you one so you know I don't have salami
That would be
nipples?
perfect. That's, I think, all we're asking for here.
Okay.
Let's see. It's a nice arm, too.
Let's see.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, put it away.
Tiny boobs.
All right, now let's see the vagina.
And yes, I did. I just totally.
I thought your nipple was going to be fucking blue. Right?
He said I thought your nipple was gonna be blue. Oh fuck.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Dana, those are fucking. Those arms are sick.
Dana.
I know. I'm working on it.
I meant good in a good way.
I'm actually.
This is mean. Is this mean to just make fun of some?
Every day. I'm working on it.
Okay, so the backstory behind this, Dana is a listener of our show, and she called in and tried to sexualize me with taking off her clothes. So this isn't, I didn't force her to do this. This is what she's into.
She's a fucking psycho. I love her.
Why is she a psycho?
I'd marry her. Where do you live, Dana? Are you Canadian?
No, I'm Texan, and I'm a little bit crazy, but like in a good way. Like I don't take my shit out on people, but like if I'm like really mad, sometimes
you puke up all your meals.
Have you ever puked before?
if I'm really upset, I just puke in the bathroom.
Have you ever been pulled from a lake by a team of police?
Oh, dear God. I played too many close calls to even like get started.
Yeah. What's the craziest thing that you've ever gotten yourself into?
Here's what piece of shit we are. Like, she's still pretty hot. Like I would fuck Dana in a heartbeat.
Wow.
I really would.
That's insane.
I'd give it to her.
Dana, you actually do look a lot better than I had planned today.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
That wasn't a compliment.
I don't like try to look like shit normally. And
no, but the first time you called in, it was a little funny because you were doing this weird spin that was, so do your spin if you can. Just, you don't have to get up.
Some music going on. And
yeah, let's get some music. Can we feed music over to her? Can she hear it?
Can you feed it?
Wait.
To her?
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Dana, do you have any music at home you could put on and do us a little dance?
What song does she want?
Hold on, I think she's going to do it at home.
Oh, okay.
Hang on. Let's see what's on. I have something on. Hang on.
You have surround sound.
So, you just want, but you want me to like shake my ass and
just whatever kind of dance you would normally do to entice a guy.
Okay.
Because that's what we're into here. We like dances. We like seeing chicks. Woo! That is a fucking 12. You like that line? Oh my God. Yes. See how fucking.
Trump isn't gonna win, but I don't want Hillary to win either, because my boner's bigger than hers.
Oh my Christ. Can we get her on Schindler's List, please?
Keep going.
Yeah, so I don't really have an opinion on Trump. I don't care. I want them all to fuck themselves. So this is bad. I don't know if y'all are in the back. You got any requests? Because I probably have you, whatever fucking song you want to request.
Okay, well, Dana, thank you so much. That's Dana, everybody. That was fucking hot.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you for coming, and thanks for that information on politics. That was good stuff. Where can people find you?
Right now I'm at Let It Be 420 on Instagram. I need
Pothead, huh?
Stuff.
Fuck yeah.
Woo. And yeah,
legalize it, man.
Most of my names are Let It Be at Let It Be 420, and then my Twitter account, I just opened one there as well. So I'm kind of like
okay. Goodbye.
All right.
See you, Dana. Thank you.
Thank you.
That went fucking amazing. That was perfect. Well, I think that's it for us today.
That's it.
I think we're fucking done. Luis J. Gomez, thank you so much for fucking doing it with me. I love you.
Thank you, brother. And I appreciate it. Once again, big fan, Mike. Love what you fucking do. You're a psycho, but
thank you.
I think we need psychos, and we need people that are paving the way. That's why I love Gavin as well. You guys do a lot of shit, so when I can say, hey, dude, we're not that bad, look what they do in comparison, you really just open a lot of doors for us to be pieces of shit.
Well, thank you. I love having you. I love talking to you. I can't wait to do Legion of Skanks. And I have a very exciting announcement for all you listening at home and all you subscribers to the Anthony Cumia Network. Starting next week, I will be having my very own show on the Cumia Network, taking over for Mike Finoia. It did not work out for Mike. They're canceling him. Nobody is watching that show, so I am taking his place. We'll see you next week. Good night, everybody. Good night. Like you more than a friend.